important to kind of understand what addiction is and who people are who are addicted, who they are, because they are not people who just want to lie to you or hurt your feelings, and who are pursuing drugs out of their pursuit of happiness and joy. The pursuit of drugs in a drug addiction is really the pursuit of the removal of pain and discomfort. The emotional and psychological torment associated with the withdrawal of a drug that you are addicted to is profoundly more efficacious on us than the high that we get from that drug. Although people from any culture may choose to get high from one or another activity, it is important to appreciate that addiction is not solely a function of choice. Simply put, addiction is not a desired condition. And I think that's always powerful, because when you're in the presence of someone who is addicted and who's suffering and is having a hard time, your own desire to help them is compromised by your own kind of feelings about how they should be behaving and how they should act. And so, why did you do that? I don't understand. Why did you lie to me? Or basically, I guess what I'm talking about is, what happens to people when they become addicted, and ultimately some of the changes that manifest that they're less aware of. And I think people become narrow focused. In many respects, what happens is that when you become addicted, the pursuit of that substance, if it's a substance that you're addicted to, supplants the previous things that were there. And those typically, by the just genetic design of who we are as human beings, is the pursuit of basic life supporting activities: food, water, shelter. And when people become addicted, the pursuit of the substances becomes the main goal of what they're going for. It's kind of really weird. It's almost like, when you see someone trying to score heroin, they look like they might as well be hunting, for the last squirrel, in the forest. It's that important to them to get. Now, we know that heroin isn't going to keep them alive. It's not oxygen, it's not water, it's not food. In fact, they're not even going to die if they don't get it. They're going to get sick. They'll go through withdrawal, but it's not even life-threatening if they don't have it. And yet, their pursuit of it is as if it's the most important and powerful thing out there. And that's what happens when that brain circuitry gets rewired. That these inanimate objects, or more complex behaviors, take the place of very valuable life-sustaining activities or substances like water. I'm tempted to concede that drugs can make lots of animals say no to food and wither away. I've seen it in people. I guess I don't need to talk about the animal model. I've seen people drink their life away. It doesn't have to be heroin. Alcohol is such a devastating drug, and people stop consuming what makes them alive just so they could consume alcohol. They stop consuming healthy food. They stop consuming healthy liquids. They stop consuming healthy relationships. They stop consuming healthy professional experiences. They stop consuming the simple joys of life, and they trade it in for the opportunity to substitute all those things with alcohol. It supplants every one of those things. And so the behaviors in a person's life characteristically will morph to accommodate that. So it means you're not going to leave your house if it's easier to drink at home and no one's going to say anything to you. You protect it. You protect this thing, because think how much you must really like something if it's supplanting all those other things that are so necessary for life. I can't think of a love affair that could be any more passionate than that. Romeo and Juliet have nothing on addiction when it comes to the willingness of an individual to lie to their family and keep secrets and die and take a vow of death almost just to keep that secret love alive. Death till eternity. With that passionate, targeted, unfortunately inanimate object. And that's what makes it an illness, because in my eyes, that's like almost a type of psychosis. Psychosis is a broad-based definition where in its softest form is irrational thinking. And I would think that having a love affair with a substance is significantly several steps above just a little bit of irrational thinking. It's profoundly fucked up, like to be in love with a thing. It makes no sense. Love is an action. And so it's bizarre, what our brains are tricking us to that effect, that we think something that isn't alive could give us love. So much so that we lie to our friends and family about our relationship with it. It's creepy. It's creepy, and it's powerful.